Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Flow with Jess. Great dice, right? I'm sad there's only one, but we had to retire the second because Jacob was up here and he just like yanked it. So we have a single fuzzy dice, but that's okay. We love her. I'm just getting home. I went to yoga this morning and I'm in the car. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop and do a video. And when I was like in Shavasana, and for anyone that doesn't know, Shavasana essentially is typically at the start and the end of your yoga practice. You lay flat on your back. It's also known as corpse pose, and you're still. Your eyes are closed. You're basically in a meditative state best you can. You're resting, you're integrating, especially at the end of class. You're integrating your class and you're just letting it all kind of soak in, and you are preparing yourself to go back out into the world. And this teacher that I was practicing with today, I haven't practiced with her for a while, but I had kind of taken some of the language that she used, like, again, this was like a long time ago, and I started, I took it and made it my own. And it was so interesting being back in her class because she used the same language, and I was like, oh yeah, thank you. Like, it was a good reminder that she was the one that taught me this. And she says something along the lines, and I now say something along the lines when I'm teaching of, when you're coming out of Shavasana, especially after a yoga class, you've spent an hour in this like, internal state. You've exercised your body, your mind, you've stretched, you've done all of these things for your body, mind, and soul. And then you're just expected to leave the room and go into your car and hear the sirens and go home with your kids and go talk to your spouse and your family. You go on your phone, like the world gets shoved back into your face after you've just been completely taken out of it for like an hour. And so it's a reminder to tread lightly, and it's a reminder that the rest of the world, not yet anyways, one day, I do foresee a world where, we are all, our nervous systems are regulated, and we are kind, and we are supportive, and we take care of ourselves, and that the energy is just so absolutely beautiful and supportive and wonderful that we don't have to have disclaimers at the end of a yoga class where we say, take care of yourself when you walk into the world, because the energy that is in this space right now does not match the energy in the world around you. So take care of yourself, walk slowly, be kind to yourself as you reintegrate into the world, because there is a reintegration process. So anyways, I was in Shavasana. And, it was an interesting class. I caught myself just like giggling and smiling, and it was the most non-serious yoga class I've ever taken in my life. And it was so fascinating to me because I just like caught myself kind of people watching. And, there was one pose, and some girl was like, "That's crazy." And like, usually people don't exclaim in a group yoga class. And I was just giggling because it started off like that. And then, I just caught myself looking around the room, and I was in my practice, don't get me wrong, but I was really enjoying myself, but I was just watching people. And, being a teacher as well, there is this element of, it's kind of hard to turn off. You notice what people are doing, and you just instantly jump into wanting, sort of wanting to support them, but also there is just this element of like just watching people because you're just used to doing that. When I go to the gym and I see people deadlift, it's like I'm constant, like I can't not look at them, and I can't not think about what I would do to help support them in their deadlift. It's just part of being me, because it's just where I am. And I just really enjoyed myself because it was so interesting. So this girl that yelled, after class, she had like a shirt that was like, "Never give up," but like throughout the entire class, she kept like giving up, like I kept seeing her just like standing or like coming out of postures. And there's no judgment in this. It's just an interesting observation, and people will make these same observations about me, right? Like you portray this image of yourself, but people can catch you in moments where you're trying not to be the person that you like are, if that makes sense. And it's just, I just thought it was fascinating. You know, there was couples, you know, they were sharing water bottles. There were, you know, the teacher would make a joke being like, guys, like, it's not that serious, like, take a sigh. And like, everyone had their serious face on, and, you know, people were there to do the yoga. And, you know, there's a lot of, I mean, I'm still a young person, but, a lot of, early 20-year-olds, right, that are in their, you know, beautiful matching Lululemon sets, and they, you know, they got their makeup done and their hair in a perfect bow or a bun, but then you catch people like doing their hair in the middle of class, and it's like, what are you doing your hair in the middle of class for, right? And it's just so fascinating to me. And like, I say this all with like love and absolute respect, because these people, they're all going to a yoga class, but it's fun to see like the seriousness. And I was just in such a goofy, like, fun mood, and seeing like the seriousness of like people coming to do the yoga because they gotta do the yoga, and get their outfits on and their hair just right, and their nails are beautiful and perfect. And I'm over there just like giggling to myself, you know, having a good time. And I was so grateful to be there. I haven't been to a class in a couple of weeks, and I haven't had a very very good solid home practice, so it's always such a blessing getting to go to a class and just like enjoy moving my body, and it always feels so good. So yeah, it was a really fun, interesting experience, so I enjoyed it. I hope you're all doing well. It's a beautiful day today, and I am solo parenting. Josh is gonna be out at work all day. I think it's like 12 to 2 a.m. Is his scheduled. I mean, he has sessions booked in. But it's a beautiful day. Sadie has to go to the vet. It's down the road from us, which is great. So I'm gonna like pack up Sadie and Jacob, and I think I'm gonna go down. There's a tea house down the road, which I feel like I've talked about maybe. Quick little sidebar about this. It's called the Tea Lounge, and this was my, like, I'd known about it. We've gone to it like a handful of times, but it wasn't like a mainstay. And but then eventually I went, and this lovely woman who works there was like, you should try a matcha. So she made me a matcha, and I fell in love with it. And so I was going, and I loved it. And then the shop was bought. New owners. I actually considered buying it, but like, I don't have, in this current moment, I've been like trying to buy a business or like start a business, but like, just like hasn't worked. One of my current restaurants is also for sale, and like, I don't have $1 million lying around, but I want to buy it, but you know, not in the plan for this moment. So anyways, new owners bought this place. I went in, and it was like not a good experience. They weren't able to make it for me. We went in a second time, and like, we also like, my husband got a coffee, I wanted a matcha. It just like didn't work out. Again, a second time, and it took like 20 minutes, and it was not a good experience. So I haven't been back since. But like, I had this vision this morning of going, and I had the vision of the woman who, so she works there, and I don't know if she still does, but she had been there for as long as I had been going, and so I hope that she's still there. So I had this vision that she was there today, so I'm gonna go, and I'm hoping that she's there and she can make me a matcha, because it's been a long time since I've had a perfect matcha. So I'm really we'll see how that goes. We're gonna go to the park, we're gonna do that, we're gonna go to the vet, and yeah, we're just gonna hang out today and see what happens. So I'm really excited about this day. It's beautiful. We've had a couple of rainy days, so I also want to go like cut a bunch of flowers. Like now that all the flowers are totally in bloom around the neighborhood, I want to go cut them. I need to get a pair of shears, because I keep just trying to like pick the stems, but like sometimes it ruins them. I really need to get a pair of not shears. Are they shears? No, shears are like garden clippers. How about that? That's the right word. I need to get some clippers so that I can go steal flowers from everyone in my neighborhood and make beautiful bouquets, and then hopefully give them back to people. But anyways, that's the plan for today. So I'm gonna go shower and reintegrate into my world. I hope everyone is doing really, really well, and thank you so much for being here, for listening, for subscribing. It means the world to me, and have a beautiful day.